Yo, what is up, guys? James Carter TV, NFL Black Monday is upon us, and Tom Coughlin has not been fired, but he has resigned as the head coach of the New York Football Giants. And we could assume that if he didn't resign, he probably would have been fired, and maybe that's why he resigned. But what's interesting is the wording here, that he resigned. He didn't retire. And I'm hearing Adam Schefter indicate that maybe he's not done coaching. I think that's absurd. He's 69 years old. He'll be 70 next year, obviously. And I think if he were to coach again, he'd probably at least take a year off. So being 70 next year, I mean, how long do you want to coach? I mean, maybe you have a feeling to do 1 or 2 years. That's not feasible. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to want to hire a 1 year, 2 year rent of Tom Coughlin. Like, that's not feasible for anybody. So Tom Coughlin, you've had a nice career as a head coach, but I think it's time to hang it up. And you'll make the Hall of Fame. You have over 100 wins as a head coach. You have 2 Super Bowl wins. You'll make the Hall of Fame. So if that's your worry, don't worry. You'll get in there. I mean, there's been 6 coaches that have over 100 wins. Actually, 7. 7 coaches that have over 100 wins and 2 Super Bowl wins, including Bill Belichick, who hasn't made the Hall of Fame yet, but will. Mike Shanahan, who hasn't made the Hall of Fame yet, but will. And Tom Coughlin's on that list, and he will make the Hall of Fame as well. Everyone else on that list has made the Hall of Fame. Tom Coughlin, though, he's starting to wear thin on the New York Giants, and this is becoming clear. He won't be horrible. I mean, he's never going to go 3-13. He's never going to go 4-12. Although it really did look like it in 2013, or maybe it was 2014, but I believe it was 2013. I'm very sure it was 2013, where the Giants started off, I believe, 0-6 or 0-5, and there was that disastrous game on Monday Night Football. And when watching this game, you were like, "Oh my God, the Giants suck," and the Vikings were facing them, and you said, "The Vikings suck. The Giants suck. Both of these teams suck. Oh my goodness, these are horrible teams." And he saved that season because they finished 7-9, and then 2014, I think they finished 8-8 or 7-9. This is what they do. And then to this year, they're 6-10. They're in that range. He's plateaued as a coach, and your best hope with Tom Coughlin is, okay, maybe we'll win 9 games in the bad NFC East. We'll go to the playoffs, and then we'll have magic there. That's not good enough anymore. 4 consecutive seasons missing the playoffs. No evidence to suggest that they're going to make it next year. Time to make a change. Who are you going to get next? I'm not quite sure. I'll discuss that in a minute. But when it comes to Tom Coughlin, he will be missed because, when you win 2 Super Bowls, you will be missed. But ultimately, I think there is a very broad silver lining here that they can be a much better team than they've been. I mean, you've had Eli Manning there, who can be inconsistent, but is a franchise quarterback, has been a franchise quarterback for quite some time. So with him there, you could have done more under Tom Coughlin. You could have been a perennial playoff team. I mean, the only 2 years, like 2 consecutive years, they made the playoffs in 2007. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl. A year after that, they go 12-4. They make the playoffs, and I don't think they've made it consecutively since, and that was 2008. This can be a consecutive perennial playoff team. Now, go find your head coach. There's a lot of interest in this job. Now, let's discuss some potential candidates. Now, you have the in-house candidate, Ben McAdoo. This is the front runner from what I'm hearing right now. Offensive coordinator for the New York Giants, has helped resurrect the career of Eli Manning, really turned him into a statistical god. Well, maybe not god, but statistical beast over the past couple of years. Odell Beckham in this offense, they know how to put up points. The problem lately has been the defense. And that's Tom Coughlin's background, and he hasn't been able to fix it. So can Ben McAdoo come in, hire a defensive coordinator that can fix this defense? I don't know. And it's not going to be easy because there's not much talent. Jason Pierre-Paul is talented. He has one hand and is an upcoming free agent. Outside of him, we have some nice players, some nice defensive tackles like Cullen Jenkins and the guy from Texas A&M a couple years ago. I can't remember his name right now. Oh, Jonathan Hankins. But, the linebackers are just kind of bad. And the secondary has some nice pieces. Prince Amukamara, who's an upcoming free agent. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, who has been nice, had played well this season, but he's starting to get up there in age, so I wouldn't rely on him too much longer. and Tremaine McBride, who's a nice slot corner. So the secondary has some nice pieces. You drafted Landon Collins, the safety out of Alabama last year. He had an okay 2015. Could be even better if you move him to strong safety, to find a free safety, an actual free safety to come in there play free safety. There's some things you have to do on defense. Mainly, I believe getting your pass rush back, because Jason Pierre-Paul, if you let him go, I think you should, honestly. I think you should invest in finding a premier pass rusher, either in free agency or the draft. And then in the second round, third round, finding a safety, a free safety, and there's plenty available in this upcoming draft. I mean, we're talking Jalen Mills in that range. We're talking Jalen Mills out of LSU, Jaron Kearse out of Clemson, Jeremy Cash out of Duke, although he may be more of a strong safety. But there's plenty of safeties in this draft. Miles Killebrew, who's a nice guy out of Southern Utah that's going to be a sleeper. So this defense is definitely fixable. It fix up this defense and also the run game. I'd like to see the run game become a key part of this New York Giants team. And the Giants will be in prime position to take Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think a team before the Giants right now, the Giants are stationed at number 10 pick for the 2016 NFL draft. I don't think any team before the Giants would take Ezekiel Elliott except for maybe the Buccaneers if they let go of Doug Martin. But you look at the Giants that are sitting at 10, I think that's a pretty good range for Ezekiel Elliott. If you want to get back to running the football, taking some pressure off of Eli Manning, controlling time of possession, that's another route you can go. So there's plenty of routes here. There's plenty of things you can do. Finding the right coach. Ben McAdoo, as I mentioned, outside of Ben McAdoo, you could trade for Sean Payton. I think that'd be really, really, really good. Now, with Sean Payton, though, and he'll do a good job overall. I mean, this guy's won the Super Bowl, but he hasn't been able to fix his own defense for the past 2 years now. So that's not really going to help in terms of fixing the defense. He's going to have to still find a very good defensive coordinator and help fix this defense that has issues on it. But he'll help with the run game a little bit, so he'll take some pressure off of Eli Manning there. Adam Gase, I think, would be interesting there. Sean McDermott, I think, would be very interesting. Now, he'd have to come with an offensive coordinator that's capable, but Sean McDermott, the defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers, I think he could come in, fix this defense up, give him a nice, tough mentality, and take some pressure off of this offense, this Giants offense that feels like they have to put up 35 points to win each and every game. So that is another route that they could go. So this is going to be an interesting head coaching search for the New York Football Giants, but I think there's a lot of optimism here because Eli Manning, only being 35 years old, I believe, there's still years to contend for the playoffs, to make the playoffs, and to make some strides and some moves in the NFC East and in the NFC. So we'll see how things will develop over the upcoming weeks, and I'll be here to cover it all here at James Carter TV. Until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.